Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I have so much to say, and 5 minutes is inadequate, but I'll do my part. It is a fact that EPA has used its discretion to actually reduce the availability of technical assistance to small communities by 75%. This has eliminated 2 full-time circuit riders in my state of Mississippi. And I do appreciate the chair mentioning the legislation which Senator Heitkamp and I championed last year, the Grassroots Rural Small Community Water System Assistance Act. This was signed into law by the President on December 11 of 2015. Let me just tell you what we're facing in Mississippi. The town of New Hebron has 400 people. They're being told they have to spend $3 million to comply with the EPA. How are they going to do that? Lawrence County Water System, with approximately 2,000 persons, needs $500,000 for a new well. The town of Como, population 1,200, is facing overwhelming water challenges and failing to meet the current EPA permit. They just finished paying approximately $1 million loan. Now they have to spend another $1 million. The town of Utica, with a population of 850 persons, is facing $1 million compliance upgrade. I don't know why anybody runs for city councilman or mayor in these small towns. My hat is off to them for trying to make small town and local government better. Small town of Shaw, 1,900 people, was under a boil water order because of a broken chlorinator that they couldn't afford to fix. The city of Mount Bayo has approximately 2,300 persons. They need $7 million to pay for a new sewer treatment facility that EPA is mandating on them because of nitrogen and phosphorus discharges. Senator Heitkamp and I had hoped, that at a very minimum, the legislation that the President signed would result in a return of circuit riders in rural areas, instead of increasing regulatory requirements. Sadly, the circuit riders have not returned to my state with the assistance that they have so capably provided to us. Mr. Moore, we see the burden of federal unfunded mandates increasing and EPA assistance decreasing. Is EPA insisting on a Cadillac for these communities when actually a used Chevrolet would do all right? Is there a middle ground there? I'm very concerned about the horror stories that Senator Boxer mentioned. I think we all are. Lead in the water, completely unacceptable. Children swimming in lakes polluted by raw sewage, absolutely unacceptable anywhere, particularly in the United States of America in the 21st century. But is there a balance there that the regulators who come in and treat you like they're prosecutors rather than partners, is there a balance there that we're missing? And what can you tell us in that regard? What do you say to these small towns?
Well, first I would say that even as a small community or a small rural water system, it's our top priority to put out safe water. We will not put out water that is any way unsafe.
Absolutely.
Talking about, comparing a Cadillac system, that or something that a big municipality would need, compared to us. We have to have the facilities that create that safe water. And there's only so much, you might say, bells and whistles that go on some of the bigger water treatment plants, that maybe we don't need. I don't know what was your other part of the question.
Mr. Berger, how can these small communities, these small towns and municipalities pay for these mandates?
Well, Senator, I think that part of it has to do with what the requirements are. And I think the opportunity for technical assistance is essential to be able to make certain that they have proper technical advice about what is appropriate. When it comes to the actual affordability issue, there's no question that the federal government needs to become a major funder in the form of grants. Grants are now made to states, and states turn around and loan those monies to cities. That impacts the affordability and makes it unaffordable. So I think that the federal government needs to look back at its at the time of the Clean Water Act first being implemented and the Safe Drinking Water Act, and look at the successes that were achieved when the federal government had skin in the game in the form of direct assistance to localities.
Thank you.